Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Mike Meyer. Welcome to Tennis Inside Out. We finally got there. It's the second semi-final match in the Miami Open for the men's singles. Alexander Zverev is taking on Yannick Sinner. There's already one person in the final, and Jiří Lehečka will be watching closely how this match is going to unfold. Let me take you through the players' head-to-head results over the years that these two have encountered one another. I want to have a look at how they got here to the semifinals, and I'm going to try and make a quick assessment of what I think is going to happen, how this match is going to unfold. But we're really going to get a proper taste of how this encounter will end up once the match has really started. But it's still interesting. Join me. So, looking at Alexander Zverev, the path to the semifinals, he has won 4 matches in a row. The first one, he beat the American Martin Dam 6-2, 6-4, and then it started getting tricky in that third round, taking on Marin Cilic. That was the only match thus far where he dropped a set. He won the first set 6-2, lost the second 7-5, but came back to win the third 6-4. Had a very close encounter against the Frenchman Coutin Alice, where he managed to win 2 tiebreaker sets, 7-6, 7-6. But how convincing was that quarterfinal against the Argentinian Cerundolo, winning 6-1, 6-2. What an incredible boost for him. Must be full of confidence. He's always had tricky matches against the Argentine, and he overcame that very, very well. If we look at Yannick Sinner, his path, well, it pretty much always looks the same. Hasn't dropped a set. It's been immaculate. 6-3, 6-3 against Jumor in the first round. He beat then the French Motet 6-1, 6-4. And probably his trickiest match was against the American Alex Mickelson, where he ended up winning 7-5 in a tiebreak second set 7-6. Still very convincing tennis, but probably he's peaked at the right time, played a perfect match, beating Francis Tiafoe 6-2, 6-2. Seems like those quarterfinal matches went quite easily for many of the players. And even just talking about different rounds, the semi-finals, just look at the women, straight sets. And the first semi-finals of the men's singles, straight sets, quite easy. I wonder if there is a surprise in store for us with this match. Let's go over to the head-to-head results. These two have played on 11 occasions, and we have to go all the way back to the US Open just over 3 and a bit years ago to see when Alexander Zverev last registered his win against Yannick Sinner. That was in the US Open, the round of 16, in 5 sets. It was 2 sets all when Zverev wrapped it up 6-3 in the 5th. But since then, the Italian has been in charge. 2024 semifinals, hard court. All I'm seeing is hard court. So in the last 6 encounters, Yannick Sinner, since 2024, has beaten the German on hard court. He only dropped 2 sets, one in 2024 Cincinnati semifinal and 2025 in Vienna in the final of the indoor. He lost the first set, 6-3, came back to win 6-3, 7-5. But since then, it's actually been incredible. 2025 doesn't seem very good for Zverev. Paris semifinals, 6-love, 6-1. Sinner dominated. And then the ATP finals in the round robin, Sinner beat Zverev 6-4, 6-3. But most recently, you have to remember Yannick Sinner beat Zverev in the semi-final of the Indian Wells 6-2, 6-4. He went on to play Medvedev in the final and win that tournament. He's so close to becoming the 8th man in history to win the Sunshine Double. The 7 men to have done that before, just for interest's sake, started with Jim Courier. He did that back in 1991. Before I continue, just to inform you, both players are warming up right now from the baseline. Jim Courier was the first one back in 1991. Michael Chang in 1992 did the Sunshine Double. So did Pete Sampras in 1994. Marcelo Rios, he did that, winning Indian Wells and Miami Open back-to-back in 1998. Andre Agassi puts himself on the list in 2001. Roger Federer won it 3 times. He was the first to have won it twice in a row, 2005, 2006. And his third was in 2017. I'm just looking at the 7th. The GOAT, the best tennis player of all time, men and women, Novak Djokovic, won it 4 times. But he won it 3 years in a row. First time was 2011, then he won 2014, 2015, and 2016. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. How do I think this match is going to pan out? Right now, Yannick Sinner has probably got the best serving statistics. His serve quality is right up there. I keep seeing like 9 and above. And I think he's going to dominate with his first serve. I think he's going to get a high percentage of first serves in. That means his confidence is going to be it's going to be right up there. His forehand is looking good again. I find that his just talking about his forehand in the last 52 weeks, 8,8. It's his best shot right now, but everything's above 8. He serves 8.3, back in 8.6, movement around the court 8.7. We know how quick he is. He's just on form, and I think winning that Indian Wells has boosted him. It's propelled his confidence to another level. I still think we haven't quite seen the best of Yannick Sinner. That's in my books. But he's still on top form. He is owning the court. I think his returns have also improved quite a lot. And it's going to have to be the best today against Alexander Zverev, who I can put right up there as well. He's fantastic serving. I think the stats showed as well. He's got such great control over that second serve, which I thought a few years ago was his weakness. And maybe that's why Alexander is where he is right now. If you are a tennis player, a beginner, an amateur, or if you've been fortunate enough to play tournaments as a junior, as a senior, you'll know how important that first serve is. Most players have good forehands and backhands, which means actually they will have good returns as well. But if you got a dominating serve, you can control the point. You've got 50% of the match in your pocket. You just need a couple of breaks and you've won the match in straight sets. So this is going to be a great encounter. I expect there to be a lot of rallying from the baseline. We'll see if there's going to be drop shots being played. Sinner is not the type of player to be hanging back in the court. Neither is Zverev. Mainly for the serves, they will do that, but then they push forward to the baselines. So It's going to be a real tactical, mental battle, I believe today. Uh, will I see? What do I predict? Okay, what do I predict? Is it going to be straight sets? Oh, it's so difficult. I want to see it get started first. I want to get a feeling of what's going to happen. Normally, after about 3, 4 games, I will make my prediction. On paper, it looks like Sinner should win. But there we go. First serve. Down the middle. Defensive return. Back. Zverev putting the pressure on Sinner, already sliding on his forehand side. Zverev's at the net and forcing the error from Yannick Sinner. Double hand backhand low in the net down the line. Renatret, kannst du bitte nur auf Deutsch reden? Oh, jetzt gleich. Wann geht das Spiel los? Servus, Michael. Servus. Wann geht das Spiel los? Es ist schon angefangen. I think most of my audience speaks English. I do speak German. I speak a bit of Afrikaans, Dutch as well. But I think for the sake of my audience, I'm going to remain in English. I think sometimes I can switch to German. We do have a German playing here. I think if I could speak Italian, I would as well. Whoa, massive mishit from Sinner. That was literally skied. Must be a crowd catch. Servus. Ooh, first serve is out. Attempted ace down the middle of the court. Landed next to the middle line. Center line. Oh, aggressive kick. That's a short return. Inside out four and Sinner's at the net. Oh, Zverev went hard with the backhand down the line. Passing shot, but I think he just missed it. How unlucky. But the aggression behind that backhand, he really went for it. Oh, I've always liked Zverev's double hand backhand down the line. There was a time, only a couple of years ago, I thought he just had the best backhand down the line in the world. Unstoppable at times. Gets it the right way again. Not a bad backhand volley down the line. It was very reaction based from Yannick Sinner. Great racket head control to get that backhand volley. We definitely have Zverev fans, Sasha fans in the chat. I'm happy that we've attracted a few Germans. Kick into the backhand. Oh, great. Inside out forehand again. Sinner's at the net. This is incredible. They are just bullying one another. It's been 5 points, and the 2 points Zverev has won, he was at the net. He came forward. The 3 points that Sinner has won, he was pushing forward to the net. Love 30 down. The opening game, Sinner is now serving for this game. Oh, great first serve down the middle of the court. Sasha still managed to get a racket on the ball, but there were no strings. First serve onto the backhand, not a bad return. Forehand cross-court duel. Oh, wow. Sinner hammered that forehand, but it was out, closer to the outer tram line rather than the singles court. Second serve onto the backhand. Double hand backhand return in the net. 30 love. Here's an interesting one for you. I created a poll. Who will serve more aces in today's match? You think it'll be Zverev or Sinner? Zverev wasn't happy about something. But there we go. The point started. A little bit of a miss hit. Approach shot from Zverev on the forehand side. There was really no power on it. Yannick had to run from the forehand side all the way to the backhand side. Drilled his double hand backhand in the net. 40 love. Oh, great return. That was a good serve from Zverev. Sinner's at the net. Beautiful passing shot with the forehand cross-court from Sasha to wrap up his game. That looked easy. He was under pressure. Yannick was definitely trying to pile on that pressure as quick as he could. Oh, that was quick movement. Impressive from Alexander. It was a good return off his serve. Cross court. And eventually Sinner trying to get to the net. Couldn't get to that forehand volley. It's 1-1. Good return, pushing Sinner back. Oh, I see opportunities for drop shots. There we go. Oh, well done, Sasha. Beautiful. We're definitely on the same wavelength here. He's got to look for that. He's got to look for that. It's not going to happen often, but the return was so good. It pushed Yannick back. In his defense, he just tried to get his forehand back into the court. And then, Sasha just got a perfect drop shot, bounced twice. Oh, another return. That was a little bit shorter. But that wasn't. Sinner did not look comfortable when he hit that forehand, a vertical forehand, a vertical movement with the racket face, indicating he needed topspin, falling backwards a little bit, leaning back as well. Couldn't get the ball over the net. Love 30. Again, second service game in a row. Down 2 points. And Sinner goes down the middle. Ace. Well, there we go. Already one on the board. Good first serve down the middle of the court on the forehand. Could see that Zverev got the bottom of the frame. Yannick gets some nasty bounce on that serve. I think these days it's not just straight anymore. There's always a little bit of spin just to make it a little more challenging. Sometimes that straight first serve is the easiest one to deal with. Add a bit of slice, kick on it, make it difficult for the opponent. Oh, Sasha gets top of the net, and Sinner came sliding in front of, inside the service line, hitting his double hand backhand in the net. Break point opportunity now for Alexander Zverev. Wow. First serve down the middle. It bounces short, three-quarter court. Wow, what was that? Overhead forehand winner down the line. I want to see that in slow motion. 102 miles per hour. Wow, he hammered it. My goodness, that was up there. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Forward down the line. Senna decides to stay back, and on the run, Zverev hits his double hand backhand out long. Advantage. The number 2 seed, and in my books, probably the favorite. But right now, Zverev is really giving it a go. I guess the question is now, how long can he sustain this? Good return. That was a fantastic serve from Sinner. Sasha dealt with it well. The level's just incredible. Oh, very flat balls from Zverev. Double hand backhand, unforced error from Yannick Sinner. If there is a weakness, it's probably that backhand. I saw it in Indian Wells. He tightened up nicely in the final against Medvedev, but look at that. Already 6 unforced errors for Yannick Sinner, and for Zverev, 0. It's got to say something. It's got to mean something. Another ace from Yannick Sinner. Out wide. That's where the money's been sitting for him. I've seen it time and time again in this tournament from the Jew side. Taking a bit of pace off, looking for good placement. But the amount of whip he puts on the board is almost impossible. Even for Zverev, with his size and anticipation, couldn't get there. Serve out wide. Very defensive from Zverev. And in the end, chipping his forehand out of the court. 2-1 for Yannick Sinner in the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. So, keep an eye on that statistic. Yeah, so Yannick Sinner is up already, 2 aces. Zverev yet to put one on the board. But I guess Sinner's had more opportunities. If you had to count the points, he's definitely served more points. He's had 2 service games now. And for Alexander Zverev, he's cruised through his service game. So it's probably also going to help if Sinner's going to be playing deuce ad the whole time, trying to hold his service game. He's got more opportunities to hit aces, but it's a fantastic start. This will definitely give Alexander Zverev a lot of hope in eventually, for his sake, breaking Jannik Sinner. If he can keep his games short and sweet, let me put it that way, then he's just throwing the pressure back to Jannik Sinner. What are you going to do now? In a flash of the pan, the games can be over, and Zverev just needs to hang in there. The statistics are piling in the favor of Zverev right now. I think after this service game, I'm going to make my prediction how this match will unfold. Kick into the body on the backhand side, double hand backhand in the net after Sinner returned it. Love 15. First serve on to the forehand. Heavy topspin forehand return. They're in a backhand cross-court duel. Alexander switches it. It goes more into the middle. Aggressive forehand from Sinner. He's trying to get forward. Yeah, now Zverev is standing very far back. Sinner's trying to dominate from the baseline, and he does with a winner onto the backhand side. Few spectators just shaking their heads. Probably finding this level of tennis unbelievable. Oof, my oh my, love 30. I think Zverev needs to throw in an ace. Oh, great first serve. 130 miles per hour through the center, misses Fenter. First serve hard into the forehand. Return is inside the baseline. They're in the rally. Zverev is wanting to stay on the backhand side. Switches to the forehand of Sinner. Probably felt the power. Played the next ball short. Inside of forehand. Sinner slips. It's a winner. 30 all. It's been happening a lot. And I was thinking about that. Just before I went live, I had the camera on both gentlemen. And this is a stadium that's constructed for this tournament, but it's inside an American football stadium. So they're walking on grass. That's how you play American football. You play American football in the open on grass. And Zverev was doing certain exercises and warm-ups, and then the camera was just following him walking on the grass. And I thought, I don't know if that's a good idea. Wouldn't that be getting into the grooves of the soles of the shoes? Because there's been so many players, men and women, have been slipping in this tournament. Anyway, they're in a long rally. Zverev changes directions now. He's trying to stay on the backhand of Sinner. He's putting pressure on now, opening up the court on the forehand side. Zverev is defending. Smash winner, cross court for Sinner, just edging closer and closer to the net, shot by shot towards the end of that rally. He has break point. I predicted there were going to be long rallies. But there's been a few opportunities already where Sinner, I felt, could have thrown in the drop shot. He's playing with a lot of power. Zverev feeling uncomfortable being too close to the baseline. He's standing back, pushing back. There are opportunities there for Sinner. Good inside in from Zverev. What a 4-1 winner down the line. He gets the break. It's 3-1 for Yannick Sinner. Oh my. Ooh, that's not what Zverev needs. I thought his opening service game was fantastic. He didn't serve badly now in this game, but it almost seems dangerous if Zverev is thinking about out-rallying Sinner. 3-1. Serve out wide. Its return is in the net, hitting the bottom of the net. 15 love. 15-0 für Yannick Sinner. First serve out wide is long on the backhand side. Kick serve into the forehand. Good length and depth from Sinner. Oh, Zverev goes hard down the line. Sinner picked up on that, but he just couldn't control his forehand. The power was immense from Sasha. Serve onto the backhand was returned with ease. Sinner's under pressure. Inside in forehand. Oh, it was the right thing to do. Maybe just mistimed it and hitting the net. It's easy to say now, probably needed more topspin. But in the moment, you could see how he just stepped into it. Defensive backhand from Sinner, sliding onto that backhand side. You can picture in your mind. Try to play cross court is a little bit short, but I think Sinner probably did very well to keep it low over the net. It was flat. Zverev couldn't get under it. I think if it went over, it would have been a winner. Second serve. Zverev standing back. Inside in forehand return winner. 30 all. And something if you're not familiar with it, Zverev stands far back. He's doing it again. He tends to do that on both the first and the second serve. It's probably a good 3 meters back. And that just allows Sinner as well to find more angle, pushing away from the baseline, creates more opportunities for Sinner, most definitely to hit aces. And I think from the Jew side, he's just been so strong in this tournament, slicing out wide, first serve down the middle of the court. That'll probably be the easiest one to get when the returner, when Zverev is standing so far back. Game point. Oh! I think Sinner just hit himself in the leg. I think it boils down to Zverev's return. Let's just see that. Yeah, he just couldn't get out the way. Well done to Zverev. He's continuing. Looks like he has a little bit of a limp or something. Here we go. There's that ace out wide. What? Zverev was trying to be braver on that serve, especially. He came forward probably, I don't know, 30 centimeters away from the baseline. Game point to make it 4-1. First serve down the middle of the court is a let. Don't know why Sinner was shaking his head. He was disappointed with something. Serve out wide is returned really well with the backhand cross court. That's a beautiful executed forehand from Zverev. Immense power. After the return, Sinner played his double hand backhand back, but onto the forehand. And he ripped that forehand. Zverev with great intent. He knew what he was doing. This game is already at 5.5 minutes long. Great first serve down the tee, and it looked like the return was out. Another advantage for the number 2 seed. You just have to think that the winner out of this match should go on to lift the trophy and become this year's Miami Open champion. But look what happened last year. There was a check in the final against Djokovic, and Menchik came out top. Anything's possible. Inside out forehand from Zverev. Double hand backhand, cross court. Zverev plays in the middle now. Sinner uses the forehand to go cross court. I think Zverev's just hitting a little bit harder. Again, backhand cross court duel. Zverev's really going for it. Under pressure now to slice his forehand. Sinner's probably in control. Double hand backhand down the line, and Zverev looked exhausted at the end of that rally. With all the power he was putting in, he takes a grandiose lead in the first set. It's 4-1 now for the Italian. Nein, ist nicht komplett schlecht. I don't think Zverev is playing badly. I think he started aggressively, and that shocked Sinner. I think Sinner put up his defense as quick as possible, and that's where those unforced errors were coming. But somehow Jannik Sinner just crept back in, and it was probably a few moments. There were crucial rallies in the beginning that maybe Zverev could have been braver. The longer rallies allows Jannik Sinner to find his rhythm and get into the zone. As much as Zverev can do the same, when Sinner is on form, it's difficult. It's difficult to break that, and he's definitely finding the zone right now. The Italian Zverev was pounding that ball in the last rally, really trying to make it difficult. Sinner's timing, preparation of the racket face was immaculate, and sending the ball back probably with his own power. So Sinner was conserving his energy, but Zverev was putting it out in every single shot, and then Sinner started to move Zverev. You can get tired if you know what it's like being in a rally where you're just giving it your all, putting power. You're not necessarily running yet, but you're putting the power out in that rally, and then you have to move. You're top heavy now. You're tired from putting out all that energy, and now you have to chase the ball left and right. You could see how Zverev just got exhausted. He's still sitting on the bench. He's still sitting down. He only got up now. Zverev is waiting behind the baseline. Sinner's waiting behind the baseline. Zverev just got up. 1,4. Brauchst Hoffnung. It's not over yet, but I wonder. Oh my goodness. Just looking at the poll right now. Very interesting. Okay, got a few people voting. Nothing wrong with that. So down the tee, return deep, pushing Zverev back, doubling back and down the line from Sinner, and that was a weird forehand from Zverev. I don't know if he just exhausted himself in that previous game with those long rallies. It's probably going to serve Zverev right or better if he comes forward, find the opportunities. He's good at attacking, forehand or backhand, keep the points shorter. He's looking very annoyed. Oh, sehr interessant. Den zweiten und den dritten Satz wird Zverev gewinnen. As a good kick serve. Renatret believes that in the second and the third set, Alexander Zverev is going to win it. And believes that Zverev will lose the first set 6-1. But he's serving well again. Italian can't get his return in. First serve down the middle of the court, and again, forehand return. This time is long. Vierzig 15, 40 15. It's a better service game. Sinner's standing further back. And Zverev wins his second game in the set. Niemals aufgeben. Don't give up. So our Zverev fan in the chat is very happy. Might be the start of something promising for Zverev. The question is, can he sustain it? Oh, good return right on the baseline under the nose of Zverev. Oh, again, hard hitting from Zverev. Sinner looks like he's just defending. And I thought Alex was going to throw his racket on the ground. Unforced error, 15 love. It's not going to win you matches against the best players. Have to find consistency. Even Sinner, who was defending in that rally, he just hung on. Oh my gosh, beautiful ace out wide. 30-0, 30 love. Look at that first serve. Wow. Whoa. Beautiful ace out wide. 2-5. That serve quality again from Yannick Sinner. Fantastic. Yeah, Zverev's finding it difficult to read Yannick when he's serving. That helps a lot when one is able to anticipate where the opponent is going to serve. You can already take half a step in that direction. I mean, they're hitting so hard, 125, 130 miles per hour. What is that? 215, 220 kilometers per hour. Have to guess. Already moving in one direction. But the Italian is in the driving seat. I'm very impressed the way Zverev is returning. I must say, he's doing well, but it's what happens afterwards. I think he needs to be braver. He needs to be braver. I have the feeling that Yannick Sinner is dominating the long rallies. He's, as soon as it goes over 6, 7, 8 balls, 8 shots in the rally, I feel like he's coming out top more often. Even if the statistic is 60-40 in favor of Sinner, those are great stats. That's going to win you a match. That's where he's going to want to be. It's when the stats are against you, you got to find a new tactic, a new way of winning. Oh, tweener from Zverev, standing all the way back. Forehand cross court is out from Sinner. I think a little bit for the crowd. I mean, just a textbook return on the high performance level. It's always good to play right back at the server, especially someone like Zverev who ends up almost half a meter inside the court. Great power, great acceleration, racket face acceleration with the forehand cross court. Sinner was on the run and on the sprint, couldn't get his forehand back. Ooh, big first serve down the middle of the court, double and backhand return from Sinner. Almost hit the top of the net. Kind of felt like it was going to roll over, but it came back. 40 love. First serve out wide, better return from Sinner. Zverev was probably in two minds, wanted to come forward, decided to stay back, double and backhand down the line is long from Yannick Sinner. 5-3. He will now serve for the first set. It's probably in a good position to be now if you are a Zverev fan. Yeah, the likelihood of Sinner closing off the set is high. He has been struggling a little bit off Zverev's return. Alexander's been returning super well, but if he does win this and takes a set 6-3, Zverev gets to start the second set with his serve. So it's not so much of a negative. Big forehand, inside out, smash down the line. Sinner gets it back, cross court with a double hand backhand. Wow, Alexander is playing on another level. Beautiful backhands. That was such an impressive point. Interesting how Alex sets himself up. Before the return, he paces up and down. to the baseline, goes back and forth. Oh, another ace out wide. Sinner's looking good. First serve down the middle of the court. Alexander Zverev standing further back. He's trying to creep closer to the baseline. Some hard hitting from the German. Oh, so good. He's now at the net. Forehand volley. It's a winner. Incredible. He had to raise his level. And once again, I have that question mark. For how long can he sustain this? How long can Zverev keep doing this? This is impressive. This type of tennis on a consistent level will beat Jannik Sinner. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. He went over. Should be penalized. It's 30 all. First serve down the tee. Oof. I mean, what do you guys think about that? 25 seconds. But they've just hit maybe, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 shot rally. You got to catch your breath. I think when they go over 15 shots, you should be adding another 5 seconds. Just so they can catch their breath. Oh, forehand down the line is out. Sasha goes into a squatting position. Can't believe his luck. Connected with that forehand so nicely, but he's really going for power. Great first serve down the tee, forehand return in the net. The first set is finished, wrapped up 6-3 for Jannik Sinner. And there was definitely promise from the German, but he's still in it to win it. That's the thing. Playing so well, so aggressive, hitting the ball much, much harder than what Jannik Sinner is capable of doing. But in the end, it didn't help him win the game. He has to see the brighter side of life. Gets to start the second set with his service game. He's doing well. Zverev. That's the way to win. He has to go for power. Look for those opportunities. He needs to find those opportunities that he can throw in drop shots. If he's going to be hitting the ball so hard, it's going to be pushing the Italian back. He needs to be brave now. It's in the semi-finals. It can't be hit and hope. Look at that. Zverev yet to get on the board. No double faults, no aces, but Sinner's already on 7. 7 aces. Looks like he's probably gonna win it. The race to hitting the most aces. Let's get that second set underway. First serve down the middle of the court. It's a short return. Inside out backhand, double hand backhand down the line is long and wide from Yannick Sinner. 15-love. Oh, great serve out wide. Single hand back and return in the net. First serve in the net. Attempted serve and volley. It's going to have to come up with a new tactic. Guessing Sinner's going to be standing far back. Oh, he's coming close. Inside in backhand return. Pushes Zverev back. Zverev goes down the line with that great backhand of his. Forehand in the net. Sinner just inspecting his racket. Probably feels there's something loose in the frame. You're shaking by the ear. Inside out, forehand on the service line, smash out wide. That's the importance once a set is finished to win that first game. See how the first couple of games go. But right now, Yannick Sinner is definitely in the driving seat. I'm going to end this poll. I think Yannick Sinner is definitely in the lead. Okay, a couple of votes there. Now I've got another question for everyone. Oh, another ace through the center, misses Fenter. Incredible. Oh, looking for the angle, forehand cross court. Zverev found the net instead. 30-love. I've got another question, another poll for you guys to vote in. Can Zverev come back and win this match in 3 sets? Cast your vote. Let me know what you think. It's going to be a tough one. If it is possible. Great kick down the middle of the court. A little bit wild with that forehand. Sinner hits long, still inspecting that racket. Now the feels there's something up with the frame, maybe? He's got so many, I'm pretty sure he can just go and pick a new racket if he's not comfortable with it. Can't be the racket. First point of the game, he hit an ace down the middle of the court. Kick out wide, opens up the court. Sinner decides to go across court. I thought it went out. Did it hit the net? Double hand back and down the line. Sinner hits his forehand in the net. I think Yannick Sinner's coach is trying to get his attention right now, projecting some positivity in the direction of his student. That's a good first serve, hard on the back inside, down the middle of the court. Sinner, 40-30. Big serve out wide. And forehand winner cross court. Zverev almost falls to the ground, buckling his knees. What an incredible winner. That was so close. Just probably cannot believe his luck. It's been so long since he could beat any of the top two players. Good first serve down the middle of the court, single hand backhand. Attempt from Yannick Sinner to get it back. Not enough power, not enough control on that return. Ooh, misses the first serve out wide. Second serve into the body, forehand, inside out. Inside in from Sinner, and he misses it. I think that was wide and long. Thirty love. Ooh, wrong-footed Sinner. I thought Zverev was going to go down the middle of the court. Gosh, it looked quicker than 170 miles per hour, but now Sinner's far back. My goodness, how many meters is that? 6 meters? Probably 15, 18 feet. Now he's rushing towards the baseline. And then he hit his double and backhand cross court out. 40 love for the German. First serve down the middle of the court, forehand return to the backhand of Zverev, and eventually another unforced error by Yannick Sinner makes it 2-1. Okay. Alright, I see people voting in the poll. It's awfully close. It's really, really close. But I think if Zverev can just continue, I think he just has to hit harder. He's definitely capable of doing that. In those rallies, he can't afford to be just getting it back in the court. It's not going to bode well for the German. So very interesting. Just looking at previous rounds where Zverev was making contact with the ball. Oh my goodness. 20% is between the baseline and the service line, but today it's only 12%. He's mainly behind the baseline to very far back. And that just says something about the quality ball that he's getting from Jannik Sinner. He's just not able to get forward. And he has to adapt and start fighting fire with fire. He has to play the same way, maybe even better. And I think by hitting the ball harder, it's going to give him that little bit of an edge. Sasha was pushed back by Jannik Sinner. Once again, Sinner's at the net. Great backhand volley, wrong footing. Zverev, I think he slipped himself trying to get to that ball. Managed to catch his footing again. Thankfully, he can continue playing. (15-love). First serve is long. Oh, hard kick into the body. Zverev dealt with the return nicely. Yeah, that backhand. Zverev's backhand down the line. It's almost on the forehand side. It doesn't have to be close to the inner tram line, but when it goes to the forehand, it almost surprises Jannik. And once again, another mishit. He can't be putting the fault on his racket. Got to give the German a little bit of credit. That backhand is like a bullet from Zverev. Always liked his double hand backhand, especially down the line. So clinical, looks so easy. It's great technique. Kick onto the backhand. Bit of a shorter return. Sinner tries to put more pressure on. Oh, some hard-hitting tennis. Zverev now just hits it long, looking quite despondent, dropping his head to his right shoulder. And he's getting very animated now on court. Desperate to get that break. Allowing Sinner to be 30-15 now. Just feel that he's a little bit closer to winning his service game. Wow. Huge ace out wide. Zverev screams into the ground. There was really nothing he could do. The angle was perfect. 9 aces. Zverev, 0. 0. And that is a surprise. Great serve out wide. And forehand return is high and long. 2-all. Almost feel the only way right now Zverev can win the set is if he takes it to a tiebreak and gets lucky. And then what, Sinner, is he going to hit a double fault at some point? Doesn't feel like it, but he just doesn't get high percentage of first serves in. Getting a few words of wisdom from Alexander Zverev Sr. before starting the service game. Trying to push forward to the net. That is incredible pressure from Jannik Sinner. How he dug that backhand out, sliding behind the baseline. Zverev was waiting for the volley, and he received volley on his feet. Look at that. Brazilian Ronaldo is watching. Know how much he's become a fan of tennis in the last couple of years. I wonder who he would be rooting for in this match. And there we go. We hit the 1 hour mark and already 1.5 sets are completed. Kick out to the backhand. Sinner staying back. Huge forehand winner. Cross court from Alexander Zverev with angle. 15 all. Yeah, now the camera can't stay away from Ronaldo. Ah, that brings back memories. What a player. Second serve. Kick onto the backhand. Sinner standing far back. He's trying to push forward to the baseline. Backhand down the line onto Sinner's forehand. He's just every single shot he's hitting, he's sliding. Inside out forehand winner from Alexander Zverev. 30-15. And that was great tennis. He's got to take his opportunities. That's it. That was the first time in the rally that Sinner gave a short ball. It allowed Zverev to get around his backhand and just pick his spot. Executed that forehand to perfection. Good first serve down the middle of the court. Inside out forehand. Zverev's coming forward and he's turned into a spectator as he watches Sinner sliding on the backhand side. Hit his double hand backhand down the line for a beautiful winner. 30 all. Oh, how do they do that? Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Serve and volley. Volley onto the backhand is short. That was not a good volley. Oh my goodness, Yannick Sinner just ate that up. Double hand backhand winner down the line. It was too short. It was too high. It was too soft. Oh my goodness. Another breakpoint opportunity. Sinner's conversion rate is very, very high. Right now, he's got 1 out of 1 in his favor. That was in the first set. First serve out wide. Return was a bit short. Sinner is running around the court. It's now gone into more of a neutral position. Double hand backhands cross court. Zverev changed direction. And Sinner tried to change direction, go back to the backhand of Zverev, but he finds the net. Instead, it's deuce. Forehand winners. 8 for Zverev, 5 for Sinner. Unforced errors. Sinner is leading 10-4. Turn was short again from Sinner. Zverev didn't take his opportunity. Double hand backhand cross court. Zverev goes cross court with his backhand. Zverev goes down the line, very well placed. Too much pressure for Sinner to handle. Sinner's looking exhausted. What's happening? I wonder if he hurt himself or he's just tired. Advantage. Zverev. I think Sinner needs a break. He's not gonna give up so easily, but he's looking tired. First serve out wide is wide. Second serve. And forehand return into the net. I think Sinner just needed a break. He hacked it completely. Important game for the German. Still going on serve. Maybe Renatret is onto something. The votes are really, really close though, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it would be great. Get more people. Vote. Let me know who you think is gonna win this match. Can Zverev come back and win in 3 sets? Vote yes or no. Two, three. And Sinner was looking tired. He was looking exhausted towards the end of that last game. I think that little break must have done him well. Kick serve onto the forehand. Oh, blasted return onto Sinner's feet. He goes hard with it, back and down the line. Zverev is defending again. Another forehand slice in defense. A hard backhand crosscourt from Zverev. Drop shot. Invites Sinner forward. Double hand backhand down the line in the net from Zverev. 15 love. Yeah, I understand. The scoreline, the way he's playing, it's adding hope for his fans. Oh, totally wrong footing. Zverev also slipping. Fantastic inside out forehand winner for Sinner. All set up with a kick serve out wide. First serve out wide. Great return from Sinner. From Zverev, sorry. Oh, piling on the pressure. Double hand backhand cross court. Sinner sliding on the backhand side. Couldn't control his backhand. Second serve. Kick out wide to the backhand. Big return down the line. Zverev is moving forward for an approach that was too short. And the lob is out from Sinner, who's not looking comfortable right now. The way he's walking, not looking great. I think Zverev is looking sharper on his feet. I don't know if Sinner has pushed himself a little bit, feeling a bit of pain maybe in his legs. First serve out wide, mishit, forehand return. Sinner. Ich kann das nicht sagen. And the return is long. 3-all. An hour and 11 minutes. 1-1-1. Sinner's won the first set 6-3. It's going on serve in the second set. Sinner only needed one break point and converted it in the first set. Oh, that was a heavy second serve down the middle of the court. And forehand in the net from Zverev. There we go. $15-all. Great serve out wide. Oh, another serve out wide. Sinner gets it back, but he's completely in defensive mode. He's not going to get that backhand volley back. Great winner from Zverev, 30-15. Yeah, so Zverev is taking more baseline shots inside the baseline in the second set, 33% of the time, whereas in the first set it was only around 13%. Being more aggressive, moving into the court, that's the type of strategy Zverev needs to implement. He has to continue with this. Kick into the backhand. Double backhand, aggressive into the court. Oh my gosh, the speed. Sinner knew exactly what Zverev was going to do. Half volley attempt into a drop shot. Zverev hits the net. 30-all. First serve down the tee, return. Was a bit short. Zverev decided to stay back. He's got the whole court open. Beautiful backhand cross-court winner. Making Sinner look Slightly average now, as much as defending for his life, and he's doing a great job. Zverev is looking impressive behind his serve. So Zverev is given a time violation. It's taking too long. I don't know how fair that is. I mean, Sinner did that as well, and he went overtime. He was not violated. This is the first serve out wide. Second serve. Wow. Ace down the middle of the court. 4-3. Still going on serve. Much, much better. I see the set going to a tiebreak. Maybe when we get to the more pressure games, 4-5, 5-6, that's where something could happen. At the way these two are playing, I'm envisioning a tiebreak. It's going to settle the set. But whether or not Zverev can come back, I think that's really a question. If he had to win the second set, does he have what it takes to go on and close up the match and win the third? He's putting the pressure on, and the stats showed it as well. Very interesting. I can repeat it again. 33% of his shots are being played inside the baseline. Compared to the first set, that was around, I think I saw 13%. So it's very low. It means Zverev is putting pressure on Sinner. He's going for the lines, and Sinner is hitting short. That's allowing Zverev to push it, come more into the court. That's that aspect of being brave. Take risks. No risk, no fun. And it's always fun winning. Just how you go about doing it makes the difference. First of out wide is in the tram lines. Thank you for your votes. Voting in the poll. Oh, massive forehand down the line. Sinner goes huge with a double hand backhand down the line, landing on the inner tram line. Oh, scary stuff. And to move into position. Oh, footwork. Fantastic. Kick down the middle of the court. Zverev trying to put pressure on. Forehand down the line. Attempt is in the net. 30 love. I feel like Sinner's first serve percentage probably dropped slightly. First set was probably better. Good return from Zverev, pushing forward once again. Always starts really far back. Forehand unforced error by Sinner. First serve down the middle of the court. Good drop shot. Zverev trying his best to get there. Guesses the right way. Good volley. Oh, Sinner hits his volley in the net. Zverev getting the crowds on his side. Come on. Big point. Good reaction volley from Zverev. I think for a second, Sinner just switched off. Didn't expect it to come back to him. Turned away immediately, pointing to his towel. Second serve, I felt the contact point was a bit low. Ball toss from Sinner wasn't that high. Oh, good return again from Zverev, coming to the net. Again, guesses the right way. Beautiful touch. What a reaction for one volley again. He has break point. Wowza, that's impressive. Again, moving forward, attacking the net. And he cancelled out the angle because that backhand slice approach shot went right down the middle of the court. Sometimes it can work against the aggressor who's pushing forward when they go down the line, when they go cross court. You open up angles for the person on the baseline to hit passing shots. Yeah, and Sinner's just not landing his first serves. This is a great opportunity now. Kick out wide. Zverev backhand return cross court. Sinner cross court again. They're in a cross court duel. Oh, Zverev hits the net with a double backhand. You see the agony and the pain in his face. It was a squandered opportunity there for the German. What a pity. Juicy Lucy. There's that shot clock again. 3, 2, 1. I just made it. He's just not getting that first serve in anymore. Second serve, kick onto the backhand. Zverev clips the top of the net. This is dangerous stuff for the German. Advantage, Yannick Sinner. Don't know what Zverev was trying to do there with the single hand backhand. 5.5 minutes now. Sinner's been active with his serve. And there we go. The first serve's finally in. Zverev can't get his single hand backhand return back over the net. 4-all. My goodness, this is tight. Just felt that the door just creaked ever so slightly open for Zverev. Saw a little bit of daylight shining through, but then the door shut very quickly. Backhand slice crosscourt from Zverev. He looked uncomfortable. It wasn't in the right place. Almost lunging to the ball. Smaller steps are better. .15. First serve down the tee. It's short return. Zverev guesses the right way. Forehand winner down the line. Sinner went in the opposite direction. So winners in the first set, Sinner 13, Zverev 6, and they're both on 8 in the second set. Even Stevens there, and I guess it's reflected also in the scoreline. They're in a backhand crosscourt duel. Feels Zverev, I was just thinking too soon that he's getting the better of the Italian. Misses his inside out backhand. Landing in the tram lines. 15-30. Sinner standing all the way back. Finding it very easy to return. He's now being brought to the net. Forehand volley crosscourt. Oh, what's happened? Zverev missed that forehand crosscourt. I thought that was a weak volley from Sinner, looking quite casual when he hit it. Zverev got to the ball quite easily. Short sprint. Oh my goodness. No, the short returns. Zverev's at the net. Lob is smashed away for a winner. Another breakpoint opportunity for Jannik Sinner. That's a good point for Zverev. .30-40. Serve out wide. Great serve. It's juice. Amazing serving under such conditions. Zverev survives 2 break points. Almost at the 90-minute mark in this match. Serve and volley attempt, but the serve went in the net. Probably getting words of wisdom into his right ear from senior Alexander Zverev. Saw him just glance after he made that mistake. Right back on the forehand. Return is long from Sinner. Zverev, advantage. Second serve. Ooh, that doesn't happen very often. Alexander Zverev retakes his ball toss. Oh no, double fault. I wonder if there was something in that ball toss. What I mean, there were nerves are possibly kicking in now. These are pressure moments. Oh my goodness. Double fault. An advantage for all. Serve out wide. Center can only stretch over and stop the ball from hitting the sideboard. But that was about it. Advantage Zverev. First serve down the middle. The return is short. Double backhand cross court from Zverev, putting pressure on Sinner. He tries to go hard with the inside in forehand. There was a jolt. There was no control over that torso. Something wasn't right with that forehand. We're back to deuce. Didn't look like he was crammed. Maybe he tried to force it. Timing's very important in tennis, especially when you want to change direction. They were in the advantage court. And Zverev just didn't get the timing right. Deuce. Oh, another ace down the middle of the court. I think the second now. This match, Sinner's leading. There we go. 2 aces, 2-9. Oh, make it 3 aces. 5-4 for Alexander Zverev. Great serving at the end. He really needed it. And now it really begins. These are the pressure moments. Still going on serve. 9 games have been played in the second set. No one has been broken. There have been moments where it could have happened. Like both players have come out with the goods when it mattered most. Better serving. I think especially from Zverev now, the last couple of points, done terrific. Sealing off that long service game with 2 aces, one on the due side, one on the advantage side. And just throwing the ball back onto Sinner's court. Now it's your turn. I think Zverev just needs to be brave. Needs to go big. Put pressure on Sinner immediately, ready from the return. First of all, onto the backhand, return down the middle of the court from Zverev. Going again down the middle of the court, but it probably landed half a meter out behind the baseline. 15-love. Now the first serve. What a return winner. Perfect first serve, I wanted to say, down the middle of the court, but what a forehand winner off the return from Alexander Zverev. That's what I mean about anticipation. He guessed the right way and went big. Sinner just trying to recover from his serving motion, stranded in the court. There's that first serve out wide. Again, Zverev stretching over to the forehand side. Couldn't control the return. Again down the middle of the court. Inside out forehand approach. The double hand backhand doesn't make it over the net. 40-15 for number 2 seed. Serve out wide and forehand blocked into the net. That was a little too comfortable. At least for Zverev's liking. It just feels like the pressure is back on Zverev. Sinner cruised through his service game, to be honest right now. Second serve. Sinner standing far back. Trying to push forward again. It wasn't a bad return. Back and down the line. Zverev wrong-footed. He was thinking he was going to go to his backhand. Took half a step to his left. And that was enough to be put off. Couldn't get back in time and use the forehand defensively to get that ball back. Love 15. First serve onto the forehand. Zverev's inside the court. He now moves behind the baseline. They're in a baseline rally. Zverev wants to stay on Sinner's forehand. He changed direction, goes down the line. Beautiful accuracy and power. 15-all. Sinner sliding on the backhand, single hand backhand, try to get it back. No chance. Oh, beautiful ace right on the center line. 30-15. Second serve. Kick out wide. Return was deep. And backhand cross court eventually from Sinner is out in the tram lines. 40-15. That's what I thought. It just seems like it's moving in the direction of a tiebreak. I think I was predicting that already very early on. 2-1, 2-all. It was the way. Oh, beautiful serve out wide. Another ace. 6-5. Sinner will have some thinking to do on this break. Serve out wide on the Jew side's been very effective. I think he's going to have to keep going. I'm Yannick Sinner now. I wouldn't change my strategy. He's been strong behind that serve of his. Just has to probably make sure that he gets enough first serves in this game. Anything below 50% might not bode well for him. Oof, this is getting close. I guess the first real set, close encounter set in the men's and women's singles semi-finals. But all the other matches went quite quickly, quite easily. Goff winning 6-1, 6-1. Lechka beating Fee 6-2, 6-2. Zabalenka, what was that, 6-4, 6-3? This one's looking awfully tight. Five, six. First serve out wide is an ace. Zverev guessing the wrong way. Thought Senna was going to go down the middle of the court. 10 aces to 5 now in favor of the Italian. And goes again out wide. Another ace. 30 love. Oof. Clips the outside of the line. Probably a few millimeters in. Wow, very interesting. Looking at the votes. No ways. Third ace in a row. 40 love. Oh, that was like a millimeter in. Oh. Again onto the backhand. Double hand backhand down the line. Just misses the inner tram line. 40-15. Oh my gosh. Perfect ace. Perfect placement. It's 6-all. Second set tiebreak. Francis Pure. It's the semi-final round. Senna versus Zverev, not a quarterfinal. Oh. Ah. Did I make a mistake? Probably, I know where I probably made it. I apologize. This is a semi-final. I know that. Oh my word. Another ace out wide. 1-1. Incredible. What? Another ace. Stopping Zverev dead in his tracks. Can't believe it, what he's witnessing right now. Thank you very much, Francis, for that. I am human. I missed that. I realized where my mistake was. Thank you very much. This is the semifinals. I'm talking about it. And then got it wrong in the heading or the description of this video, this live stream. And backhand return was long, high and long from Sinner. Feels like it's still going on serve. The whole set has been going on serve. First serve down the middle of the court is out. Sinner taking his time and his position. Man, that's so far back. Kicks over onto the backhand. Inside in backhand. Return. They're in a backhand cross-court duel. Oh, Zverev looks like he's holding back a little bit. Forehand cross-court is out from Sinner. Big first serve out wide. Forehand drive volley winner down. Not winner. Forehand drive drive volley inside in forehand. Zverev could only hit it out. 3-all. Both players will switch sides. Gosh, dead even right now. It's been so interesting seeing the pole, how it's been swaying back and forth. Man, this would be so interesting if Zverev can, if he can win this, take to a third set. Serve out wide, it's chipped short inside, out forehand drive, volley winner. My word. Serve out wide is in, short return. Forehand volley drop shot, 4-all. Great first serve down the tee. Now it's time for Zverev. Drive volley. Comes back. He's got a smash in the net. Oh no. That's unbelievable. Dominating in that point. Ah, the type of ball he would have received in the warm-up. The way Sinner just popped up that high ball. Can't believe it. And the type of form that Yannick Sinner is right now makes me think he is very, very close in wrapping up this match, unless Zverev can come up with some brilliance. Good return, double hand backhand down the line from Sinner. He's trying to get forward into the net. There we go, double hand backhand down the line from Zverev is out in the tram lines. 2 match points for Yannick Sinner. Into the body, first serve, and it's out. Yannick Sinner is through to the final as both players embrace in the middle of the court. All smiles on Yannick Sinner's face. Can he become the 8th player in history, 8th man in history to win the Sunshine Double? Well, that's the end of the road for the German. He put up a good fight in that second set. I think that made the difference and the reason why the set got so close. He played hard, he played aggressive, felt like he was hitting the ball harder. Standing ovation for Alexander Zverev as he leaves the court. So close. So close. Ooh, I wonder how much that smash is going to haunt him. But there we have it. Sunday's final is between Jerzy Lehečka and Yannick Sinner. Sinner very close to joining the club, the Sunshine Double. Serve quality 9.4, Zverev's 8.7. First serve percentage then fairly close, both of them 74% for Sinner, 71% for Zverev. And then points won off the first serves, pretty much the same as well. In favor of Sinner, 79%, 76% points won off that first serve for Alexander Zverev. So close in that second set. What a fight. Winners in total, forwards and backhand, 16 for Zverev, and for Sinner, only 12. Unforced errors, forehand and backhands in total, 24 for Yannick Sinner and 14 for Zverev. But Zverev did have more forced errors, 29 to Sinner's 23. Well, that's it. That's it. We have it. The final is set up. Yannick Sinner will be taking on Jerzy Lehečka on Sunday. I'm not going to lie, it's 10 past 2 in the morning here in the Netherlands. I'm really feeling it, but it's been exciting. I got to practice my German here in the chat. Thank you to everyone who's contributed. I see as well that it's time to end the poll. At a high number of people, 62%, thought that Zverev could come back and win in 3 sets. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. Thank you so much for contributing to the chat. And I hope to see everyone again soon. Tomorrow is the women's final. I will be there like a bear. Coco Gauff will be taking on Arina Zabalenka in the women's WTA Miami Open final. That's going to be a cracker. Those two have met on 12 occasions and have shared the spoils 6-6. So, yeah, it's going to be very, very exciting. I think Coco Gauff has also just risen her game at the right time and could possibly create some history of her own in that final. So I'll be there tomorrow, and I hope to see most of you again here on this channel. From me, from my side, I'm going to say